Hello and welcome to Saturday night with the NBA on 2K Sports. An exciting game on the way. In this one, we'll see the New York Knicks against the Houston Rockets. Brian Anderson with you. Hall of Famers Doris Burke and Grant Hill joining us tonight, along with the fourth member of our team, Allie LaForce. Now a moment to take a look at the year-to-year scoring output and how it's been trending for Fred VanVleet.
Well, his scoring has dipped over the last few seasons, and sometimes that can be cause for concern. But it doesn't always tell the full story. You have to consider his role, his usage, as well as the other ways he contributes to the team.
Now the starting group for the Houston Rockets. We've got Brandon Ingram, also Kevin Durant out there, and it's Queen in at the center position. And for the Knicks, they've got Karl Anthony Towns, Kershawn Yabusele out there with Gary Harris. Then it's Mikal Bridges, and it's Brunson in at the point. And if you're a fan of strong post play, you're in for a treat tonight.
Boy, Pia, you remember when the conversation was you don't need centers anymore? Guess what? We're back at it. Two of the best at the 5 spot in this one.
Now here's Ingram. Really played well against Charlotte in his last game, and he gets it to go.
Moving so well at 6'8", Ingram's going to be a lot to handle, especially on the drive.
Inside. Durant's shot is off. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Well, Mike Brown had a few moments to share with me. As far as Brandon Ingram goes, Coach believes that space is the key. He told me, quote, if we can close the gap, there aren't as many tools that he can go to, especially if we have a second defender to throw an occasional arm out. Percentages drop quite a bit in those cases. Guys?
Appreciate the report, Allie. Here's Queen. Laid it in with a nice touch off the window.
And setting the tempo with an assertive move. Like, where was the defense on that play?
To me, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
Driving inside. Oh, a big finish with a one-handed jam.
He just rises up and throws it down hard with one hand.
That is such a go-to move for him. He holds nothing back on those. Now here's Yabusele. Right now averaging 5.5 a game. To the middle. He shoots. The shot that time not on target. For Houston, they've gone 3 of 4. Off to a nice start. Ingram, the pass to Cooper. Ingram with a screen on Harris. Here's Cooper. Three-pointer, no good.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Well, we know he can shoot it, Doris, but Karl Anthony Towns is most effective when he's also working in the paint.
B.A., he has such an effective arsenal offensively that he's most effective when he's getting to each of those aspects. So, you have back-to-the-basket skills, no doubt. If there's a mismatch, go at the mismatch. But he is also so effective as a driver. Straight line, with intent, and efficient off the bounce. He can also hit a mid-range. There is nothing he can't do on the offensive end.
And the instincts of KD on display right there. He sees the entire floor. I think it's an underrated aspect of his game.
Pass to Towns. And here in the first, about 3 minutes in. 6 on the shot clock. Brunson misses. And here's Thompson. He'll bring it up for Houston. Outside for Ingram. Pass to Cooper. Fires from deep. And it's rebounded by Karl Anthony Towns. Knicks trail by 5. They're searching for a way to score.
Yeah, buckets have been very tough to come by.
Floats one up, and Brunson finishes it off. Brunson's got his second basket.
Oh, that's a silly jump shot, playing right over the top of the defense. Mr. Brunson, how good are you?
Durant with the bucket.
Such a graceful move, showing off the floater game.
And New York has possession. Bridges feeling it out a little bit. Out to Harris. Ooh, Durant with a steal. Ingram with the ball. Now guarded by Harris. Oh, it's stolen by Towns. Fast break, New York. And And it's Harris. That time on the assist from Brunson.
My goodness, how quickly did Gary Harris change ends of the floor when he saw his teammate make that defensive play? Wow.
Here's Thompson, and he converts the layup.
Now, this is a guy who wants to score, so don't let him catch a rhythm.
New York trailing. Towns on a screen. Here's Bridges. Lays it up and banks it in.
Well, we know this. Mikal Bridges has the length and hops to score inside. Nicely done.
Thompson against Brunson. Thompson goes in. And the slam dunk by Thompson.
And after putting it down, he dangles from the rim a little.
Man, that's borderline taunting right there, Grant. They're playing with a certain swagger right now. Now here's Brunson. His last outing, he had 18 points. Towns buries it down low. And Houston has possession. 3-point lead coming off a win against the Hornets.
And we all know that on the road, you don't usually look so comfortable on the offensive end. But that was the story of the game.
It came down to execution. No wasted possessions, and that is absolutely essential trying to win on the road.
The shot by Ingram, no good. For New York, they've gone 6 of 9 and finding their rhythm now. And the refs are going to rule that unnecessary contact. That's a flagrant 1 foul.
He might be lucky just to get a flagrant 1 there. Lots of contact on that play, and the officials could have gone with a more severe call.
Well, he better be on his best behavior from this point forward. One more flagrant of any kind, and he's out of this game. And Doris, the Knicks gave up 5 first-round picks and a swap for Mikal Bridges. Safe to say there's some pressure to perform.
There is no doubt about that, B.A., because that is forever the prism through which I will view this trade. His team had showed such patience to that point. To give away 5 coveted first-round picks speaks volumes about the impact they believe he can have for them.
Here's Van Vliet after New York picked up the 3 with their last shot. Durant with a screen on Brunson. Van Vliet, the pass to Durant. And it's slammed in by Durant.
I think what takes people by surprise is how well Kevin Durant moves at his size. Just so good coming off the screen.
Here's Okporti. Back to Brunson. Launches it. Eason pulls it in. Houston has gone 1 of 4 from deep. Over Clarkson. And another basket for Houston.
Both teams are hot. Woo! This is a fun one to watch.
Well, you love it when you can get off to a fast start offensively. You hate it, though, when your opponent does the same.
And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. And now a 4-point Rocket lead.
Tremendous lead pass. Boy, that makes your teammates happy, folks.
To the inside. And he caught that pass in full stride on his way to the big slam.
Really good execution by Jordan Clarkson. As a coach, you're always looking to maximize your team's consistency. That's good offense.
Now here's Van Vliet. He was another key contributor in that win against Charlotte. A nice shot by Cooper.
He's been on a nice little run in this first quarter. He is laser focused.
Brunson passes to Clarkson. Pulls it from the corner, and he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim. Brunson's got 6.
Boy, outstanding pass and execution. They'd love to see Clarkson do that on a consistent basis.
And so Ime Udoka decides to call timeout. He's going to take a moment to give him a breather and talk things over. So both teams making some changes here. The 2K leaderboard shining a light on the league's best three-point shooting teams of late. Number 1, the Knicks.
You know, they've certainly been knocking down threes at a high rate. You can just see their confidence growing.
Clock at 6. Adams. And it's rebounded by Karl Anthony Towns. Towns has got his 4th rebound in this one. He's in his comfort zone. 2 for 2 to start this one.
Well, Jordan Clarkson, a nice, efficient look there. Boy, that'll help your percentages.
Adams with a screen on Clarkson. Here's Murray. Outside for Ingram. From the arc. They get it back. Adams, the pass to Ingram. Outside Eason. To the paint. Houston working the ball around. Murray from outside. Connects from downtown. And the Rockets lead by 4.
When Murray is hitting from deep, it's huge because it helps open up this offense even more.
Clarkson for 3. Knocks down the long J. Give him 8.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
And the basket by Van Vliet.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
It takes incredible effort.
Oh, it goes! He got it off in time!
Just in the nick of time.
Count the basket!
Just beating the buzzer. Listen to this crowd right now. Incredible.
And that concludes a high-scoring first quarter. We're all tied up. And the second quarter about to get started. We'll be back in a moment. And it's been a pretty even game here after one quarter of play. And from what we've seen from New York, what's your take so far?
They're getting a big contribution from the bench already.
As a coach, I think you get a certain feel for what your team needs. And credit this guy for not waiting around. He went ahead and made the adjustment.
And really, the heartbeat of this Knicks team is Jalen Brunson, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., the lifeblood, both on the court and his willingness to take less on his contract, giving them the leeway to enhance their talent.
They've got Jordan Clarkson. He's out there with Miles McBride. Karl Anthony Towns is out there with Landry Shamet. And it's Diawara in at the 4. That's the group for New York starting the second. A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Thanks a lot, Brian. The Knicks are able to play 5 out. And Josh Hart told me they surrounded Jalen Brunson with guys who can shoot, guys that command attention. He's able to expose that, scoring the ball and being unselfish. The court is wide open. Back over to you, B.A.
Tons of spacing. Allie, thanks for the report.
A natural scorer. Every single year, Ingram seems to take another leap in his game.
The Knicks making a switch here. Prince is checked in. So he gets them both. You know, Doris, it seems like point guards have more scoring duties than ever.
There's no doubt, B.A., and why not take advantage if you have a lead guard who can both put the ball in the basket and set his teammates. The harder you are to guard individually, the harder your team is to guard. Now, Jordan Clarkson can be a little bit streaky at times, but right now this guy is on fire.
Now here's Van Vliet. McBride covers. Pass to Adams. Now Easton deflects the pass. And so it looks like the Rockets will retain possession here.
He had the right idea, just couldn't come up with the swipe.
Yeah, the anticipation was there. The hustle was there. Very close to picking that one.
Amen Thompson's checked in for the Rockets. And he comes up with a bucket. And the Rockets lead by 2.
Well, this is his bread and butter, folks. You know he's going to be hounding every missed opportunity.
Here's Clarkson. Hey, he's now 6 for 6. He is cooking right now.
Credit their discipline. They've been working for high percentage shots.
Houston shooting it at 61%, a terrific average. And it's rebounded by Karl Anthony Towns. Towns has got rebound number 5 here tonight. Towns, a screen on Van Vliet. Here's Clarkson. And the go-ahead bucket, no good.
This guy's such a talented finisher, but the D does just enough.
Ingram with a screen on Clarkson. Van Vliet, the pass to Ingram. And a great assist by Van Vliet as that one goes. Van Vliet's got 3 assists in the game. The Knicks have got 2 of 3 shots to go in the second. A nice shot by McBride. And here's Van Vliet. Right now contributing around 10.5 points a game. Pass to Adams. Ingram deciding where to go with it. And he's going to the line for two. The official saw contact while he was going up. It's going to be on Karl Anthony Towns. And he'll take his third and fourth free throws of the night. The first one falls.
Yeah, and Brandon Ingram doesn't get enough credit for his growth as a free throw shooter. He shot below 70% from the line in his first 3 seasons, but since then, he hasn't dipped below 80.
Brunson is checked in for New York. And then for Houston, Clint Capella comes in for Adams. And it's Durant in for Van Vliet. Left side Brunson. Pass to Clarkson. Outside McBride. 2 on the clock. Over Eason. McBride can't get it to go.
And that closeout certainly made a difference.
Well, no question. He altered that shot, and most of the time, that's just as good as blocking it.
Thompson passes to Durant. Houston with another miss.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
And it's Clarkson missing. Houston in the lead. Well, one thing we know about Jordan Clarkson, he's going to shoot it, Doris.
Well, B.A., he's been given the green light by virtually every coach he's played for. He's been one of those guys off the bench that you can count on for consistent productivity, and that's invaluable. Listen, the bench has got to produce if you're going to be an effective team.
And it goes out of bounds. That one off Capella. Bridges, he's checked in for Prince. Finney-Smith's checked in for Houston. And so it's Brunson who brings up the ball for the New York Knicks. Next game against the Bulls at United Center. It'll be the start of a 3-game trip on the road.
This is what makes Jalen Brunson special. You've got to knock down contested shots. Mr. Brunson up to the task.
Here's Durant. KD jams it straight down.
There you go. He's a monster at the rim.
So athletic. Obviously, he plays on the attack. New York has gone 3 of 5 from the perimeter in this game. Back to McBride. Back at you with a big dunk of his own.
This guy is more than capable of making that play. Jordan Clarkson confident around the cup.
Pass to Eason. Fires for 3. And it's New York with a rebound. They're getting their first look of the season at the Rockets in this one.
And last year's games were interesting to watch, considering that each team came out with a win against the other.
And the fact that they split their 2 meetings last season. Does one try to get a leg up?
Gotta love how they've been crashing the boards, fighting hard for every miss.
Durant with it, and Clarkson picks him up defensively. The 3 from Thompson. Offensive rebound. Back to Durant. Ingram with a screen on Clarkson. Durant, the pass to Ingram. And he banks in the layup. Ingram's got 10 points.
Well, shaky start. He's putting that in the rear view and finding his groove.
Outside McBride. New York working the ball around now. Clarkson against Durant. 6 to shoot. Beyond the arc. And it's Clarkson again missing.
He started the game scorching the Nets from deep. 3 triples in the first period, but none here in the second.
Thompson passes to Finney-Smith. Some solid defense from Brunson. The Knicks have gotten 5 of their first 11 shots to fall here in the second quarter. Down low. Here's Towns. Whoa! Towns with the power.
We know Jordan Clarkson is looking to score out of those sets, but this guy very capable and underrated as a playmaker.
And so Ime Udoka decides to call timeout. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. For the Knicks, Yabusele, he's checked in for Towns. And Harris is subbed in for Clarkson. And then for Houston, Adams comes in for Finney-Smith. And Cooper subbed in for Brandon Ingram. Durant surveying the D. Easy money for KD inside.
Another reason why they're up. Just taking what the defense giving him here.
That one's good for 2.
Aggressive move in the painted area. Just make some things happen.
So it's the Rockets now. Pass to Cooper. Puts up a three. It's rebounded by New York. Bridges with it. He's picked up by Adams. Bridges down low. Adams is there. And it's Bridges with the jam.
Well, you cannot let Mikal Bridges get into the paint because he's going to hammer it home when you do.
Now here's Thompson. A 32-point game for him in the win against Charlotte.
And he changed the game at the defensive end. I lost count of the turnovers he forced.
Houston needs to get off a shot. Cooper. That three's off the mark.
Boy, after dropping 2 triples in the first quarter, he hasn't hit another yet.
Here's Brunson outside. That one's down for Brunson.
It's about the work for Jalen Brunson. He's put in a ton of time to become a knockdown shooter.
Durant against Harris. Pass to Cooper. Can they get it? The rebound by Bridges.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
And it's off from three-point range. And you'd like to go 2 for 1 here, Grant.
And at the same time, you want to get a good shot here, B.A.
A nice shot by Cooper.
Well, at the rim, that's just a matter of size differential, right? That's usually the result.
Knicks leading by 3. Outside Brunson. It's Brunson working inside.
Yeah, don't be fooled by the height, guys. Brunson is a terrific finisher inside.
Here's Cooper. McBride covers. From 12 feet. Good on the jump shot. Cooper's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And his fantastic performance from the last game has carried over to tonight.
No, I think that's the one thing every player is searching for. Consistency. They're giving this guy a chance to carry the offense once again.
And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that's been very close so far. Knicks out in front. They lead by 3. We've got more in store for you right after this.
Please direct your attention to center court and get ready for the fan half-court shot. Drum roll. They're thinking about the shot.
Good evening, everybody. Can you guess what we're starting the show with? Wow, you guys are good. Time for the power rankings.
Checking out New York. Their roster is stacked. You expect them to be the top dog. In my book, they are the title favorites.
Shaq calling his shot.
Not really going out on a limb there, huh, big fella?
So as we switch gears to look at Houston, quite a battle for the Rockets in that first half.
But you want the truth? I've seen college teams shoot better than these guys. They couldn't hit water from a yacht.
Shaq upgrading that punchline from a boat to a yacht. How bougie of you. Appreciate you joining us. It's been our distinct pleasure, and I mean that. Let's now take you back over to the third quarter with Brian Anderson.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been a fairly even one. You look at Jordan Clarkson. What a contribution.
He's hit shot after shot from deep. He's so locked in right now.
Well, he's in a great rhythm, looking comfortable and confident.
And so it's Brunson who brings up the ball for the New York Knicks. It's a three-point game. Kicking off the second half, here's Ime Udoka's 5. Brandon Ingram out there with Kevin Durant. Then it's Thompson, and it's Queen in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. It's good. Towns has got 8 points.
I'll say this, nice play by Towns. This guy can get it done. Back to the basket or facing up, doesn't matter.
Here's Durant. And the rebound goes to the Knicks. Bridges has got 4 rebounds now. Doris, when you think about the career of Mikal Bridges, how impressive has his development been?
B.A., I certainly think he's been a better player than people expected when he came out of college. What we know about Mikal Bridges is he's cross-positional defensively. He's made a number of big-time defensive plays in his defensive career. And offensively, he's proven more than just a three-point shooter. That fadeaway jump shot game is real.
Bridges outside. Yabusele outside. Fires the three, and the shot is good. Harris making the play. Yabusele's gotten his second bucket.
Both teams are starting to find a rhythm here.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling three-point opportunities.
Right wing. Here's Cooper. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Knicks leading by 5. Harris on the wing. Ooh, and he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair.
What you love about Gary Harris is he builds his reputation on the defensive end, then slowly constructs an offensive game that made him a dangerous scorer. If this guy's healthy, he can be a big-time part of a big-time winning team.
Here's Cooper. The Knicks with the rebound. Towns has got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Well, the defender's stopping the developing fast break. That looks like a transition take foul. First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
And in their last game, he really distinguished himself at the free throw line.
Harris outside. Back to Brunson. Towns outside. This one for 3. And Cooper pulls it down. Rockets trail by 7. Ooh, that one makes him 7 for 14. Got a nice rhythm going here today.
Assertive move. You can tell the game's heating up a bit.
Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thanks, guys. Mikal Bridges is very comfortable with his mid-range and in-between game. He said when it comes to the basketball court, it's not just the rims and the threes. You have the rest of the court, too. Now, not everyone is effective with those middle-distance shots, but Mikal always has been. Back to you.
He can knock him down. Thanks a lot, Allie. Houston has gone 1 of 2 shooting from the perimeter since halftime. Here's the pick. Pass to Thompson. Here's Cooper for 3. Got it again. That makes him 8 for 15 for the night.
Boy, how about that pass? He put it right where it needed to be.
And so Mike Brown decides to call a timeout. Coach taking this moment to speak to his guys. Maybe alter some of the game plan. Now we get a chance to check some stats for him.
And for an idea of where his offense is right now, take a look at his true shooting percentage decreasing over the last 5 games. He desperately needs to find his stroke tonight.
Brunson against Thompson. Yabusele outside. Brunson looks it over. Towns outside. Shot clock at 3. Pulls it. New York, no good that time either.
Listen, that's a quality mid-range shot. He just couldn't capitalize.
Here's Cooper. He nails it, and we're tied. Cooper's got 10 points in just the second half.
Scoring well this quarter, picking up steam as he goes.
Yabusele a screen on Thompson. And here's Brunson from the arc. It's hauled in by Houston. They'll face the Jazz after this game. That'll be at home. That'll be the first of 2 games on their home court. Pass to Thompson. They set the screen to the middle. Here's Queen. The basket's good. Off the assist from Thompson. Queen's got 6 points.
Nice find by Thompson. Now, good to see him sharing the ball like this.
And so it's Brunson with it. He brings it up for the Knicks. trailing by 2. Yabusele outside. Now Harris to win the drought. And Cooper pulls it down. Cooper's got 4 rebounds now. And a moment to check out who New York has coming up. On Sunday, they'll begin a road trip starting in Chicago, going up against the Bulls. Then on Tuesday, they'll be matching up with Evan Mobley and the Cleveland Cavaliers.
Some might look at this schedule and already mark off how many wins they'll get, but I think that's a mistake. You can never take a night off in the NBA. Even the ones you think will be easy are tough.
McBride, he's checked in for Yabusele. And a change for the Rockets. Van Vliet's checked in for Thompson. Here's Cooper. 22 points for him. Queen. Nice dish, and the layup goes down. And now a 4-point Rocket lead.
And what's working here, each guy is willing to make the next pass.
And so Mike Brown decides to call a timeout. He's going to take a minute to regroup with his players.
Things just aren't going their way. He clearly wants to talk it over.
Well, night in and night out, sometimes it's a battle of runs. Who has the most?
Clarkson's checked in for New York. Already it's February. Let's see how things look out west. You look at Houston, a fantastic season so far for them. First place in the conference.
When I look at Houston, I think we all knew they were going to be a dangerous team, but to their credit, they have lived up to those expectations. They're just not a team you want to face right now.
Yeah, and there really hasn't been any feeling out process for them at the start of the season. They were in peak form immediately.
Pass to Cooper. Van Vliet against Brunson. Now Durant. There's the 3. And it's rebounded by Karl Anthony Towns. Towns has got 11 rebounds in the game. Will it go? And they're going to count that bucket, and they'll send him to the line. It could be a 3-point play.
Well, guys, this young man does such a good job keeping his balance on the way up to the basket. Mikal Bridges solid at keeping his composure.
They set the pick. Van Vliet, the pass to Queen. All right, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Rockets?
Yeah, they were so aggressive from the start, getting the ball into the painted area. Now, they stuck to their game plan, and it paid off.
I think another thing that's striking here tonight, the ball movement is incredible. Again and again, they're making smart passes to ready shooters.
Catching up on the changes for New York. Cordy comes in for Karl Anthony Towns. And Prince is subbed in for Bridges. Here's Cooper. Soft touch off the glass. Cooper's got 12 points in just the second half.
Well, he's had a one-track mind this quarter, and that is score the basketball.
Just such a terrific dunker.
And born to fly, that's for sure. All right, Craig, can you talk about what Jalen Brunson has brought to the Knicks?
You know, B.A., he's made them relevant again. New York can be a demanding place to play with the expectations and the media. But he's taken the bull by the horns and had immediate success.
It's his first trip to the line, and he makes a first.
Kevin Durant is going to be remembered most for his prowess as a scorer. But, folks, we're talking about one of the most complete, passionate basketball players in the history of the game. Well, this guy's so crafty. Once he catches the defender a little bit out of position, it's a very good bet he's going to get some free throws.
Pass to Van Vliet.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
Here's Cooper. 5 on the clock. The Rockets again can't hit.
Boy, normally he makes that. Defense gets lucky there.
Brunson with it, and it's Ingram picking him up. Thompson for 3. Yes, and a nice assist from Brunson. Brunson's got assist number 5 here tonight. And so Ime Udoka decides to call timeout. He's going to talk it over with his guys. New York making a switch here. Kolich checked in. Steven Adams checked in for Houston. Eason comes in for Durant. Houston has gone 2 for 5 from 3 since halftime. Van Vliet finds Adams. Back to Van Vliet. Ingram against Prince. And a slam dunk by Ingram.
Oh, the athleticism of Ingram. Exceptional at skying up for slams.
New York has got 6 out of 15 threes so far in this game. And the call will be against Fred Van Vliet. That's his first foul of the game. We've got 1:08 left to play in the third. Pass to Cordy. Here's Kolek. Here's McBride. There's the block. And it's out of bounds to the Knicks. New York will retain possession. .58 seconds left in the third quarter here. And that one good. And so it's Van Vliet with it. He brings it up for the Rockets. Pass to Ingram. And that one falls. His 5th basket in 7 tries.
They've toned down their three-point attack in the second half, looking to protect the lead with higher percentage shots.
And there's the whistle. Illegal screen is the call.
Tough one. In a game where every possession is valuable, turnovers can make the difference.
Houston in the lead. They set a pick. Van Vliet, the pass to Ingram. And a great assist by Van Vliet as that one goes. Van Vliet's got his 4th assist with that last one. And the Knicks shooting a fantastic 57%. Clarkson outside. Shot clock at 6. Oh, he pipes it. 9 for 14 and showing no let up.
Hey, if you give him room, he's going to score the ball.
12 seconds left in the third quarter. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a 3-point play. The Knicks making a switch here. And he's got his first opportunity at the line here tonight. Ingram with a screen on Clarkson. Big time effort for Jordan Clarkson, providing a lot of energy for the Knicks. 25 points and counting for him. They have relied heavily on his offense. More NBA on. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist to the game.
Now, I know he's a big man, but he's got some point guard in him if he's making passes like this.
I'll tell you, in today's game, you want skill and decision-making at every position.
We've reached the fourth quarter in what has been a very competitive game. Should be an exciting finish. They've got Miles McBride. Taurean Prince is out there with Karl Anthony Towns. And then it's Landry Shamet, and it's Clarkson in at the 2. That's the 5 for New York right now. The 3 from Thompson. It's rebounded by New York. Towns has got 12 rebounds here tonight. Big time effort. Here's McBride. Misses the 3.
I'll tell you, this is not a game he'll want to individually remember, but they are positioned to close this thing out.
Here's Thompson. Unable to get that one. And some solid defense from Towns. Clarkson attacking, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Clarkson's got 10 points here in the second half.
Well, Jordan Clarkson loves the offensive end, and he's in the flow on that drive. That's nice.
Prince against Durant. Thompson outside. Takes a 3. They get it again. Van Vliet outside. To the paint. Here's Durant. And it's slammed in by Durant.
High IQ of Fred Van Vliet is why he is so good in pick-and-roll action.
The Knicks with the lead. McBride passes to Towns. New York working the ball around now. Pass to McBride. Now here's Towns. Towns owning it inside.
And force feeding the ball inside. I mean, no reason to go away from what's working.
There's a screen. Van Vliet, the pass to Abaji. And that one's good.
Well, this is an important part of his offense. We know Van Vliet can knock down big-time shots, but what a pretty pass right there.
And it's Mike Brown calling timeout here. He's decided it's time to clarify the situation, leaving little room for error. Jalen Brunson, he's checked in for Prince. And a change for the Rockets. Capella's checked in. And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Mike Brown was just reviewing the plan of his team. He pleaded with his guys to keep their emotions in check, saying, "You're battling right now. Continue to play smart. Don't try to be a hero out there. Play for one another." Guys, let's see what happens.
Thanks for that, Allie. Thompson outside. And Capella gets it to go on the assist by Thompson.
Inside, Capella's physical ability makes the difference. He can get vertical, bump with you, whatever it takes.
Here's Brunson. Thompson pulls it in. For Houston, they've got 3 of 6 shots to go in this fourth quarter to take the lead. And he takes it up and lays it in. And the Rockets lead by 1.
What a burst Thompson has. I mean, on his drives, he goes from 0 to 60 in a heartbeat.
Clarkson. It's hauled in by Houston. They've been taking care of business.
Especially at the offensive end, where they've been totally in sync.
And the basket by Van Vliet.
And guys, the way this defense is getting manhandled down low, you have to wonder if they're at 100% right now.
Here's Brunson. On the wing, Clarkson. Defended by Thompson. Offensive board. And down it goes. 2 points. Clarkson's got 12 points here in the second half.
With a tough road ahead, they worked hard to get a good shot.
Durant inside. He's covered by Clarkson. And that one's good by Durant.
Man, that's now 10 straight points in the paint. I'm not sure what's happened to their defense.
And here's Brunson from the arc. It's rebounded by Houston. Durant's got his 4th rebound in this one.
Well, he went into the locker room with 1 3 to his credit, and he's still looking here for number 2.
Thompson passes to Capella. And a slam dunk by Capella.
Another dunk in the career of Clint Capella, and he's got a lot of them.
Knicks trail by 5. Pass to Shaman. Back to Brunson. Clarkson outside. 6 to shoot. Goes up at the elbow. Eason pulls it in. Eason's got 7 rebounds in the game.
They've been dominating the boards tonight, yet it's still a close game.
Capella, screen on Clarkson. Shot from 16. Out of bounds. It'll be New York's ball. Harris is checked in for New York. Mikal Bridges comes in for Shamet. And then for Houston, Queen, he's checked in for Clint Capella. Ingram comes in for Durant. And Cooper subbed in for Thompson. Towns is screen on Van Vliet. Inside goes Brunson. Out to Bridges. Harris outside. Here's Brunson. Bridges outside. Outside McBride. Brunson against Van Vliet. Tries again. And it's Brunson missing.
He hasn't been able to find his touch this quarter.
Well, not at the offensive end, certainly. He cannot buy a bucket right now.
From outside the arc, a nice shot by Cooper. And now an 8-point Houston lead.
What a performance. Hit 2 from beyond the arc in the first half, and he's added 3 more since.
Here's Towns. Shoots a 3. Oh, it's off target. Now Van Vliet. Here's Queen. Ready off the pass. He lays it in.
He drops yet another dive. Just facilitating this offense like a maestro.
And we'll have a timeout called by Mike Brown. Looking to get everyone dialed in and engaged. Yabusele, he's checked in for New York. And then for Houston, Durant, he's checked in for Eason. And it's Thompson in for Fred VanVleet. Knocked away. Here's Cooper. Harris with it, and it's Ingram picking him up. And now the Knicks on the break. Bridges fires. Yes, sir! Sticks the J.
You love the ability to stop on a dime, get into your shooting motion quickly. Mikal doing work right there.
Rebounded by Towns.
It's one thing to prevent the layup. It's another to do it without fouling. Just terrific defense.
Brunson, the three is in.
Jalen Brunson wants the ball in these moments, and there he shows you why. Big-time shot.
Yabusele against Ingram. And yes, sir! Matching three-pointers. Wow!
It's clear there's a lot of pride on the line in this one.
Absolutely. When someone makes a shot, the first thought is, I want my own back.
Brunson. Oh! Touches it off the glass.
Folks, look out, because Jalen Brunson has caught his rhythm on the offensive end, and that typically means a long night for your opponent.
Ingram against Yabusele. The drive by Ingram. Towns rips down the board. Knicks trail by 6.
You know, I think it's desperation time for them.
I'll tell you, you need absolute perfection on every possession. That's what it's going to take here.
Yes, sir, it's good.
That is big-time composure from Mikal Bridges. Backs against the wall. Got to have a bucket, and he delivers.
Ingram against Yabusele. Fires the three. Towns rips down the board. This is do or die time.
They must play flawlessly.
If you're trying to make a comeback, that is the kind of shot that doesn't help.
And they go to the intentional foul. And the Rockets with possession. They've led by as much as 10.
And you have to love the intensity from Ingram when they're up against it, always ready to attack. First clean look they have. I mean, they've got to take it.
And they've got to be efficient with the clock. Quick score, quick foul.
And it's Mike Brown calling timeout here. He is not messing around, calling them into the huddle. Six-point lead.
One of the best clutch players in the entire league. Step up, Mr. Jalen Brunson.
And so they foul intentionally. So the first one drops, and that puts him up 5. Second one is good, getting both at the line, and it's a 6-point ball game.
Just step to the line with confidence, and this young man delivers. Nicely done.
Brunson. Durant there for the rebound. And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Yeah, no choice but to foul in that situation. Although, that's not the guy you want to send to the free throw line.
Good on the first, and that makes it a 7-point lead. So he gets them both, and it's an 8-point ball game. Outside Harris from downtown. Booyah! He sinks the triple.
Gary Harris. Rockets lead 94. New York foul. Gary Harris. Second personal foul.
He drops the first one, and that increases the lead to 6.
At the line, 2 shots.
And so he drops them both, and it's a 7-point game. And so it's Houston winning this one. And they barely squeezed out the win here here on the road.
And BA, the visiting team is always under some added pressure, but they made it work and got the win, whatever the margin may have been.
Well, now a minute to check in with Allie LaForce. She's courtside. Hey, Allie.
Brandon, hot shooting for you tonight. Where do you get that confidence level to take over like this?
Just coming in, working on my routine every single day. I think my teammates put me in a really, really good position to step into shots and give me confidence on the basketball floor to shoot the ball and also give them the basketball to do whatever they want on the floor to create and make something happen. So confidence comes from my teammates.
And you've been a great teammate as well. Guys, back to you.
All right, Allie, good stuff there. Thanks for that. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Doris